Hi guys, Know the Future brings you another video. So today we'll be looking at Arin's form. We first checked her compatibility with Subin. So let's see on her own how she stands out. I've already drawn the main lines. The heart line is very straight. It is between these two fingers, so it's very well balanced. Her whole palm is actually very well balanced. The mounts are not overdeveloped, the mounts are minimally developed, normally developed. So that means that she knows who she is, and she is the type of person who at a very young age knows who she is inside. That is what many people still struggle with, even when they become 50 or enter the old age. They still don't know who they are, even if they know what to do, etc. So she had a great sense of self since a very young age. We also see the thumb. I really like her thumb. It's like longish. So especially for a woman, because the emotions are different for men and women. So the longer the thumb in a woman, the more she has control over her emotions, and the straighter the heart line, that is also a successful sign, because that means that the person will never have money issues, financial issues, meaning the serious issues, bankruptcy, etc. So here we see that that's why the heart line is straight, because the person does not let their emotions, they have emotions, they have strong emotions, because the heart line is not short. It is between Saturn and Jupiter. So what happens is that the person does not allow any of their personal life to interfere with their professional life, or they at least try their best not to. What happens is, in the case of her, is that when we see that it's not going upwards, the line is mostly straight. Even if it was going a bit upwards, it won't matter. It isn't swerving upwards. So that means that the person expresses their innermost feelings, or prefers to express their innermost feelings with those very close to them. So they don't tend to wear their heart on their sleeve. We also see that when the heart line is balanced, it means that there is the right amount of practicality and the right amount of romantic nature. So she is both romantic, and she is both practical, meaning she separates professional and personal life. But the heart line is also not too far away from the fingers. This means that she sometimes does open up about her feelings, as someone was mentioning in the comments earlier that she did. I think she saw some comments on social media and she did feel very threatened by them. I think there were negative comments. So that it's not that she's completely closed, because what happens is the heart line and the fingers, these are the fingers, the base of the fingers, when they're very far apart, then the person is can appear cold, etc. But no, her heart line is very important, because the more balanced it is, the more the long term success. Because people, especially in the entertainment industry, like they are also can become part of scandals, etc. So she tries to keep them at bay. We also see that the heartline red is very good. The headline red is very good. It's longish, which only further fuels her ambition. It actually the hand itself, without even looking at the lines, is very good. But adding the excellent heartline and then an excellent headline is very good. We also see that the headline is longer than the heartline, meaning she thinks with her head first. And we also have to notice that the headline is going downwards at the end. This means that the more she is growing up, the more philanthropic she is getting, the more she sees that money is not that important, in the sense that she, because of the heartline, it's a bit of a contradiction, because the heartline shows that money is very important for her, and the headline shows will show that the length of it being important will vary. Like when she enters her 40s, money will just be her second priority. First will be love, and that is like very surprising, because many people who have the heartline very straight, they don't have a romantic headline. So again, this headline going towards Mount to Moon, which is the Mount to Imagination, also increases her talent, her creativity, because she is in the creative field. So we see that this person has a lot of talent. That is also evident by the fingers. I'll get to the fingers soon. And now, what else promises creative talent? That is the Mount of Venus. Now, again, with the whole hand, this is also a very balanced mount. You see, it's not too developed, it's not too, not lesser developed, it's just the right amount. And that is also like a very good sign. You don't find balanced Venus mounts usually. That means that this woman, again, all the things that I have said, it's just like justifying that, and that's good because what happens is this person in her relationships as well, they try to find a balance. Now what happens is this person, what they might suffer from is an imbalance, because the thing is you cannot control how other people perceive you, right? So if there is an imbalance, yeah, she is likely to get hurt, but again she has the right amount of confidence to deal with those things because of the headline and lifeline being slightly separate. If they are very separate, then this whole hand would take on another meaning. That means the person becomes overconfident and reckless. If they are just slightly separate, then it's excellent, because that means that the person is not too introverted, not too extroverted. Again in the middle, not overconfident, not underconfident. Again in the middle. So you see, this is a very ideal separation of the head and life. And this also means the person wants their own house, own property, own car as soon as possible, and they tend to move away from their hometown, but not because they don't have an attachment to family. It's because they just want to see how life is without the family. They want to experience new things, and but they are kept in check, because I've seen many people go the wrong way with this, start taking drugs, etc. But what happens is those people would have a more developed Venus, or a heartline very upward swinging. So here we see that again everything is kept in check. And again the most developed mounts we see are itself Venus and Moon, and also the rest of the mounts, actually I would say all the mounts are developed to a normal degree. Another rare thing, because we have to see that mounts sometimes, what I would say often, supersede the lines, because the mounts don't change. There can be signs on them, there can be lines on them, but the mounts don't change. The lines have sometimes slight variations on them. Like this line could end in a star, etc. There could be like this, or there could be a square here. So you see this. But with the mounts, yeah, there are square here, etc. But the development of the mounts, which is one of the most important factors in palm reading, it remains the same. And then we also see her fingers. Now we see the fingers are very long. Again, a very good sign. And the hand is long. So this just further, fuels her, she's sensitive, but only sensitive in picking up others' feelings or increasing her artistic nature. This is that type of sensitivity which increases her creativity. It's not that type of sensitivity getting very hurt very easily, constantly thinking what other people say and retreating into a shell. It's not that type of sensitivity. It's a creative type of sensitivity. We see that both these fingers are very well balanced, and we also see that the Saturn finger, though a bit bent, it is still very very long, which gives us very, what do you say, disciplined nature. It's a bit bent, so this means that, as people were saying, I think this is one factor which falls into, because as they say that they're under contract, etc., they're under pressure, but that's the thing, that the Saturn finger, when it's a bit bent, she does want to, at least in one area of her life, take a risk, take a very big risk, and that is most probably love, because as she grows older, she will become less materialistic. Right now she's very money minded. She won't let anything happen to her career, but again remember, she's materialistic, not selfish. Selfish means that the person does not want to share anything, etc., etc. But materialistic means she knows the value of money. She knows that in the future it will help her, so she's good in saving and making money and saving money. So there's that. The Mercury finger is also very long, and it is going like there's a gap between these two fingers, showing she has independent point of views, but overall not too independent. So she's the ideal employee, actually. Like if she is hired, she will carry out the task very in a very easygoing manner, that the people above her won't even know that the task has been completed. And then we also see a good angle of generosity, not too long. That means that she, like people, they tend to either give a lot of money away, or they tend to give very little, but she is balanced in her generosity. And we also see a very well balanced thumb itself. The thumb is very well balanced. Maybe the logic phalange is a bit longer, but again, this is a person who thinks a lot before doing anything, so not a surprise. Yeah, I would say the logic phalange is a bit more developed. Again, that means that she thinks a lot, and thinks a lot, but when she executes it very well. But again, she will think on it and then do it, and that too with the right amount of confidence, because of the head and lifeline separation. I see this woman having a very long term success, but she will stop working for money, like doing business, etc. She won't try to increase her net worth as she enters her 40s. Thank you so much for watching, and have a great day ahead.